What's up, y'all? Alright, so I'm gonna tell another story about my worst last day of school ever. Now, everybody has a worst last day of school. Mine was actually one of the worst last days of school. So, let's get into it. So, for most kids, the last day of school is like the best day of their little lives. Like, the only thing they're anxious about is the final bell, and the only thing they think they'll regret is not staying up late enough over summer. However, for me, my last day of school is very different. For some build up, I spent my entire last week of school dreading an anxious agony. I spent the last week trying to get a girl's number. Now, I was not exactly good with the ladies, but thought that this would be different because we were pretty good friends, I guess. So I built up a plan where I had 5 days to walk her to her mom's car like I did every day before I got onto the bus. So I figured with 5 chances, there's no way I would fail, except for the first days I did. I walked her to her car, said bye, and walked away, knowing good and damn well I didn't even attempt to ask her. So here we are now on the last day of school, and I know today is the last day where I have absolutely no choice but to ask her. So the bell rings, I run to my locker, which I get slowed down by everybody saying bye, I'll miss you, and I'm just like, get the fuck out of my way, I have business to attend to. I get the stuff out of my locker, and I start running out the door where I get tripped by one of the guys who bullied me most of the school year. I pick up my stuff from the ground, and I'm honestly not upset because I'm about to become a man after I get this girl's number. I run out to a car and I see her about to get in, so I pick up the pace as much as possible. And you gotta understand, when I say as much as possible, I really mean as much as possible. I was a somewhat chubby kid in middle school. I was active, but chubby, so running didn't really look good on me. I get to her car and I ask her for a number, and what I remember being a stuttering confusion mess, she looks at me and denies me right in front of her whole family. Believe it or not, I really wasn't that devastated because bad things happen to me all the time. Her mom pulled off right after she said no, almost like they choreographed it, so now I'm chubby, lonely, I have to run again, and I just gotta get back to my bus before it leaves. I get on in time to pick the last seat to myself. My best friend was going back to my house with me, so he snuck onto my bus to get off at my stop. He sat in the way back, and when he saw me, he asked me how it went, and, I lied, because that's just what you do, and I told him that she left before I had a chance to ask her, and he was obviously upset, and we just said, it happens. And so as we're talking, another kid got onto the bus who also bullied me a lot throughout the school year. He stood in front of me and yelled at a bus across from us and pointed at me yelling, "This nigga right here, this nigga right here." And then he squared away and punched directly into my chin. Like, he hit me so hard on my chin, my eyes started hurting. But miraculously, after he hit me, the pain went away. So, in pure confusion, I looked up at him and he said to me, "Do something, nigga." To which I responded with nothing, obviously. Look. I can hear you screaming like I should have fought back, or I should have done something, or told somebody, or something like that. But at that time I was chubby, and I guess what I would consider a pacifist. I really didn't like conflict, so it made it really easy for people to bully me. I would simply turn the other cheek. I mean, it kind of backfired in this situation, but whatever. He sat down next to me, and the whole ride to my house, he just said things to me that I guess were supposed to hurt my feelings, but, it kind of had no effect since words can't really compare to taking a punch on the fucking chin. I guess you could say I could take his words on the chin, but there was really no need. I'd already taken his fist. That came out oddly sexual. And so did that. But anyways, that's the story of my absolute worst day of school. It really wasn't so bad leading up to that point, but all that tends to leave a pretty strong impression. Just like his fist did. That's it, y'all. Thank you for listening to my story. I hope y'all subscribe, like, comment, or do something. I don't know. Y'all don't have to really do anything. I love y'all. Peace.